a poor performance.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Channing Frye out there with Kevin Love. And it's Shumpert in at the 3 slot. Last season, Draymond Green taking over the starting power forward role in Golden State. Last season, David Lee was injured, remember, in preseason. Green was inserted, and he's been terrific ever since.
Absolutely superb. A former second-round pick, his emergence has fueled this team's rise to greatness.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Smith with it. He's got 6. Screen by Smith. There's the 3. And Kevin Love, the bucket with the assist by Irving. 8 points for Kevin Love.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Yeah, Greg, you know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Smith drives in, out to Shumpert from downtown, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Barbosa. Back, the three-pointer offline. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Irving dishes to Love. Off target from three-point range. The Warriors have gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. No good from Spates.
And you really thought that was going to be a gimme, but unable to convert.
Yeah, and a little self-talk, angry self-talk for himself after that miss. Fire that pass down the court, guys. I mean, that's the best way to keep the fast break moving.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he's in the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Spates. Harrison Barnes comes in for Draymond Green. Thompson, he's checked in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Irving with it. Picked up by Thompson. Shumpert gets a wide-open look. The three-pointer off the mark. And talking about Iman Shumpert, he seemed to learn from working with LeBron and Kyrie last year.
Yes, Shumpert was brought over for his defense, clearly, but as a bonus, his offense improved and got better. Now let's see if he can build on that going forward.
And up the court come the Warriors on the break.
Agility leads to thievery there as he got his hand in there to get the steal. Intelligent play to immediately start the break.
And Clark, that's been the story of this game so far. I mean, they cannot hand over any more easy points in the open floor.
Love, no good. Back to Irving. He's looking for Love and finds him.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Irving kicks to Love. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Love. LeBron comes in for Shumpert. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
Dellavedova is really good at finding his teammates.
Warriors leading by 8. That's a 2 from Barnes. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 8 points for Barnes.
Well, the term dream season can be applied to Steve Kerr's first year. Comes in and sets a franchise record in wins and also wins a title for the Warriors in his first year. Still unreal.
Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's what we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
Some nice passing by Cleveland here. The offensive rebound goes back up. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Mozgov.
Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound. And once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
And for Kerr, so much was made of how much pressure he had to face to get the Warriors to improve. Inheriting that team from Mark Jackson, Greg, that was a good point. See, he passed that test, though, Clark, I think, with flying colors.
Well, first time that a rookie head coach has won a title since the NBA's inception. I think that says it all right there. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Draymond Green, he's checked in for Curry.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Barnes can't get it to go. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and break both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And, Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
Brandon Rush, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston, that's good.
What are they thinking, leaving him with all that space out there? Do they not know? Have they not heard that this guy is unbelievable? That's a layup for him.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Dellavedova. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Green with the block, but they recover it. Here's Thompson, and finally that one's good.
Yeah, how about the purpose with which he's crashing the backboards right now? Some hard-earned second chance points.
And so...
Yes, guys, I'm here.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We welcome you to the halftime show on 2K Sports. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. In the second quarter, they imposed their will on the game and built a 10-point lead at the half. And if things continue to go the same way after the break, they're threatening to run away with this one. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, they really dictated the pace of the game with their transition game. They got out on the break every chance they had, and the time they could push the tempo, they did. And a lot of times it kept the defense scrambling like eggs with the cheese and apple juice.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no team rain that many threes on you. And at that high a percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the...
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Barnes and Green are the forward set. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Bogut in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. There are very few players you can call game changers on offense, but Clark, Stephen Curry is clearly one of them.
Well, the plus-minus for the Warriors with him on and off the court validates that. It's incredible how much better they are offensively when he's on the floor.
Smith with it, picked up by Thompson. Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from James.
That's what they're hanging their hat on today, fellas. Hard-nosed, smash-mouth play down on the low block.
Old-fashioned, isn't it, my man? Old-fashioned pound the rock basketball, and it is definitely working for them.
To the paint, here's Irving. Takes the three, and James with the basket on the assist by Thompson. 14 points for LeBron.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career, and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Curry kicks to Green. A 3-ball, and he gets it to go. Green's got 8 points.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Irving against Curry. It's a pick by Love. And they double up James. Irving with a clean look. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Just 5 to shoot. Curry with the steal. Thompson for 3. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 14 points for Klay Thompson. Irving with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively, and that one's good.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Thompson for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Irving for 3, and he gets it to go. Irving's got 7 points in the game.
And they're just raining threes on both ends.
Boy, I love the answer. You come at me with the 3, I'm coming right back with my own triple.
J.R. Smith on the wing. Thompson sets the pick for Smith. Off target with his 3. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense. But their defense, you know, G, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season. And some nights, the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Thompson, again, Golden State.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Love. Pass to James. Connects from 3-point range. LeBron's got 12 points here in the second half.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
And Green gets it to go.
They are wreaking havoc on him with the 3-point shot here.
The defense has no answer right now. Even when they've gotten a hand up, it has not seemed to matter.
Green with the block. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. It's Curry outside. And another three for Golden State. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Warriors leading by 18. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. I got a chance to hear what the Cavaliers head coach was saying to his team. He said their plan was run their offense through LeBron. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half. And Kevin, he's going to have to hope those changes take effect quickly.
And thanks for that story, Doris.
And those midseason trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
We've got 22 seconds left to play in the third.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And they've had a tough time, Clark, scoring in the half court.
Yeah, transition buckets have really saved them, really. You know, when you look at it, that's been their remedy.
Yeah, but also credit the defense for making it hard on that athletic.
Yeah.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Oh, that was a great angle. We just... Welcome back as we get ready. Order. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. And so it's Cleveland with it. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Filling out the wings, it's Shumpert and LeBron. Kevin Love out there with Channing Frye. And it's Irving in at the 1 spot. Count that one.
Hey, kid, you ready?
Frye's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Cavs. And here is Spates. And stolen by LeBron. And there's Shumpert. That's good on the assist by Irving. And that's now 7 points for Iman Shumpert.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one hand tomahawk slam?
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Andrew Bogut checked in for Spates. Klay Thompson comes in for Brandon Rush. And Steph Curry subbed in for Leandro Barbosa.
Andrew Bogut. That's his first personal foul at the line for the Warriors.
First one falls for him.
You know, Channing Frye signed a 4-year, $32 million contract in 2014. And in the very first leg of that contract, promptly had his worst season in 5 years. In fact, he even lost his starting job along the way.
The Warriors making a switch here. Green's checked in. Well, talking about Channing Frye last year, the three-point shot still there for the second straight season, Greg. He hit the second most threes among power forwards again, landing in back of Kevin Love.
Yeah, and offensively fine, but that defense, Kevin, was not there. And Frye was neither quick enough or aggressive enough to stop anyone. And you know he has the talent. It's up to him. He's got to dig a little deeper if he really wants to realize his potential. What great touch there on the fadeaway. Man, right in his face.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Love the pass to Frye. That's in there. Love with the assist. Frye's got 6 points in the quarter.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook, really, when you look at how they're way down low. He is raining threes here tonight, and he is going to continue to stay aggressive.
As he should. I mean, when you're having the kind of day he's having from long range, you're doing your team a disservice if you aren't shot hungry.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin, and a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. And that one's good. Love.
Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those Karams.
Yeah, that's about the only thing, because not a whole lot else going right for him thus far.
13 feet away. Makes a big high pouncing goes in. And the Warriors lead by 20.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
For 3. And the shot is good. Thompson's got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for the Warriors.
He's been on a tear from the three-point line this game.
LeBron against Thompson. Now James, pass to Love. Back to James. Lets it go. Offensive rebound. Love outside. LeBron James on the wing. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. James has got 23 points.
Well, I like that sandpaper type grit going after those loose rebounds on the offensive end. That's glass eating, folks.
Yeah, and a lot of second chance buckets to show for it. So those can be demoralizing for the opponent.
Warriors leading by 21.
And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record. The most three-pointers. In a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the All-Star reserves.
It's LeBron with the drive. Can't hit the free throw line jump.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Thompson with the bucket.
And they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals, and of course the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Here's Fry, and it's sent back by Spates. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter. Good.
Sound offensively, really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
Irving drives in. Mozgov, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first.
Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Williams has checked in.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders. But thus far, he's proved to be worth it. Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Warriors.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
They sure did, Kevin. Every time they left the man open deep, you get a good look at the basket. And they didn't hesitate, and the aggressiveness paid off.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Thompson. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Dellavedova kicks to Fry. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
And the second free throw, good. What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
There's the pick. Here's Dellavedova, covered by Barbosa. Clock at 6. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. And the shot no good, a bit short. Clark, they've shared the load offensively.
Yeah, they've done a nice job with it, Kevin. Everybody's touching the ball. There's a nice flow to what they're doing offensively.
And, guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Barbosa for three. He connects.
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
Nice ending spurt to polish it off. Once they had him on the ropes, they started throwing haymakers at him.
The whole knockout blow.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Klay Thompson. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
I don't know if there's a fan base that loves their star more than this crowd. Wow. I'm getting jealous, and he feeds off that support.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight, but we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal,